welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today I'm going to be telling you guys how to sell your cakes on Instagram without having a million followers, or 1,000 followers, 10,000 followers. Regardless of how many number of followers you have, you can get sales on Instagram, and you can get them consistently if you do the steps I'm about to tell you about. Okay, so backstory, right? I didn't always used to have a lot of followers on Instagram. In fact, the number of followers you have on Instagram does not affect how much sales you have. Let me tell you what I mean by that. Usually people that have 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 90% of their followers are not in their vicinity, if you understand what I mean. And you know, for you to sell cakes, you need people around you, people in your city, people close to you that can buy cakes. These cakes are not something you can ship outside of maybe the country or the city or something, if you get what I mean. So today I'm going to be giving you 5 tips that has helped me to make consistent sales on Instagram, regardless of how many. It's recently I have like maybe 25,000, but I didn't always used to have that. And most of the followers I have now, say, are not like, you know, my kid buyers, if you get what I mean. Most of them are other bakers. Anyways, so let's get started, right? Okay, so the first one I want to talk to you about is organize your profile. Yes, if you have 10,000, let's say you have, let's even start from the lowest you can have. Let's say you have 200 followers. The first thing you want to do is go on your Instagram, right? Let me go on my Instagram so I'll be able to explain what I'm saying to you guys properly. Okay, so you want to go on your Instagram, right? And then this profile, the things here, you want to make sure like when somebody comes to your profile, they know what you're selling. They're not trying to guess what you do or what they can get from you. They instantly know what you're selling. For example, the first thing you want to make sure you put there is your name. That's really important. And what you're selling. In this case, cakes. Yeah, you want the cakes show up like 2-3 times on the profile. For example, my name is Kick Me Away, and then here I wrote custom wedding cake celebrations and celebration cakes in Dublin. Here I still wrote custom cakes in Dublin, and then the next thing is cake orders and booking. Click here. Basically, if you look at this page here, you know I'm selling cake, because I mentioned it like 2-3 times. You know I'm selling cake. Another thing you want to make sure shows on your profile is your location. Not just by like geotagging your post and everything. On top of your profile, you want them to see where you are. For example, I'm in Dublin. See? Dublin. I think Dublin showed up twice here. Dublin 1, Dublin 2, Dublin Ireland. Yes. So you want them to not be guessing what you do or where you are. Those are 2 very important things about your profile on Instagram. And you want to clean it up. You want it to look nice. You want it to look organized. For example, for me, my profile picture is a picture of me holding a donut. It doesn't have to be anything serious. You don't need to have a lot of money and pay graphic designers and stuff. I took this picture with my phone. I was holding donuts because I was glazing them. It was Valentine, I think 2019. And then that's the same picture that's here and here and here. So you want your profile to look nice and look organized, right? The only time it's not here, it's on wedding cakes, and that was intentional. I wanted to set it apart amongst my highlights. So you want your page to be organized, and you want somebody to be able to see it and know what your name is, what you do, and where you do it. Basically, these are 3 very important things about your profile, right? So the number 2 thing you want to do is you want to create automatic responses, right? I really don't know how to do this because my partner did this for me, but I think you have to go on Facebook. You connect your Facebook to your Instagram and try to create automatic responses. What I mean by automatic response is that on Instagram, if you send me a message, right? Let me show you what I mean. If you send me a message, for example, this person sent me, "Hi, please, where do you get your tall cake boxes from?" Instantly they'll get an automatic response, and this response says, hey there, thank you for letting me take you away for a seamless experience." A bunch of stuff. Basically what you want them to know. Go to my website www.kickmeaway.com so that even if you, let's say you even do this part-time, even if you're at work, right, and you don't have access to your phone immediately, you don't keep the customer waiting. They have like an instant message that comes to them. So when you have the time, when you're done and you have the time to check your phone, you can go there and then reply appropriately to whatever answer to whatever question they've asked you, especially if the automatic response was not enough. If you understand what I mean. Usually I like to go back in there and, like, chat with them, because people like a personalized experience. But it's important for you to have an automatic response, because that way it gives the customer an instant response, so that way they don't have to keep waiting and even forget like they wanted to buy from you in the first place, or maybe check someone else out since you're not responding. Okay, so number 3, you want to create saved information on Instagram. Let me tell you what I mean, right? When you go on Instagram, there is this part, especially if you use business, if you have a business page or a creator's page, there's this part where you can add like saved replies. That way, if you check, I have a bunch of them. You have a bunch of them already saved. So let's say, for example, somebody sends you a message and says, hi, I want to buy a cake. What sizes do you sell? You should already have like saved replies that says 5-inch is 10, 5-inch cake is 10 servings and it's also priced 10-inch cake already, like that, so that you don't have to type it for every customer that comes. That way every customer gets like a good, appropriate and reliable response based on what you've already saved for each customer. I don't know if that makes sense. You can do that for all sorts of things. For example, if somebody comes and says, oh, how do I book? If you already have a saved response on like, oh, to book, click on this, click on this, click on this, click on this, you already have, all you have to do is just go there and click it and send it to the customer. So those are the things that, like, it makes your life easy. It also helps your customer get really great customer service, so they get to buy from you without going to someone else. Do you understand? The trick is, whoever comes to your page, you want to be able to keep them, because you really don't have so many people coming to your page except you pay for ads, but we're going to get there in a minute, right? But whoever comes to your page, you want to increase your chances of keeping them so they can buy from you, if that makes sense. Okay, so number 4 is to make reels. Guys, make reels. You can make reels out of anything nowadays. You can make reels out of a video of you just doing this and then just put some words on it. Make reels, guys. Especially if you're a new baker and you're trying to get customers. The best kind of reels you can make are reels of you decorating a cake. Because when people see you decorating a cake, they see the cake and they want to buy the cake. Yes, you might not be as good. You might not be as good as like seasoned bakers that have been baking for a long time. But let me tell you, yeah, there are customers for, if this person is a beginner, this is an intermediate, and this is a professional. There are customers that do not want to buy from a professional because they know it will be expensive. There are customers that feel like, oh, an intermediate, she's not even that good, this person can do it. Those are your customers. Those people who want to buy from you. I'm telling you, there are people that do not, it's not about how much they have sometimes, but there are people that just see you and connect with you and want to buy from you. So you want to keep them as much as possible, and you want to show them what you can do. And a trick that I use is, and I think most bakers use nowadays, is to buy a dummy. Since you don't have so many cake orders, buy a dummy and then decorate it. Once you decorate, when you do one design and you make reels out of it, you make a video, maybe next week or the next day, whenever you have the time, peel that off, rinse and repeat. Basically, you can have a dummy and make like 50 different designs off of that until people get to see you make cakes, make different cakes. And the wonderful thing about this strategy is that you get to pick the designs you make. So you get to pick the ones that are easier for you, that looks nice. And the thing is, customers get to tend to come and see what you've already done. Oh, it's so pretty, so make me this one. So it's a win-win, because this is the design you've made before, which means when you're making the second time, you'll be even better at it. So buy a dummy and make reels. There is no, you can post as much as 2-3 times a day. Yes, I know some people say maybe post once a day, but post severally, right? Post as much as you can so you don't get burnt out. Yeah, but post, guys, post. You want to keep showing your customers the things you can make, and once they see that, that is what they want. Now, like, you're making a cake again that you made before, so when you're making it for the customer, it will even be finer, if that makes sense. So guys, buy a dummy, buy several dummies, and just be having fun, and that way you're also owning your skills, if that makes sense. So number 5 is pay for ads. Yeah, I know most people don't want to hear this, but you want to make money, and in 2024, yeah, Reels, Instagram, TikTok is very, 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 what's that thing? Competitive. That's the word I was looking for. Very competitive. So sometimes, let's say for example, you made a really nice cake, you think it's really pretty, people would want to buy it. Pay for ads. You can pay for ads as low as 10 euros a day. Let's say for example, you have $10 or you have $50 and you decide, okay, I want to pay for ads. Imagine you pay for ads, right? And that ad brings you 5 customers. And I'm saying 5 customers because when somebody sees your post, it's not immediately they buy. So people will save it and come back. Immediately you might get you only 1 customer, but somebody that saw it when you made it might come back again next month and say, oh, I saw your post and I want to buy, kind of thing. Do you get? So sometimes, guys, know when to pay for ads, right? I would say more on this, but this is YouTube. So if you want more information and you want step-by-step guidance on how to set up yourself for success on Instagram, you can sign up for my class. I have a few classes. Yeah, I'm going to put a link in the description box below. So thank you guys for always watching my videos, and if you have any question, please leave it for me in the comment section below. Thank you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.